What up, guys? Today I wanted to do the Tove favorite item story thingy. Now I was thinking of maybe putting this in the same time I was doing the showcase, but I feel like that would make it a bit too long, so I should probably separate it. Anywho, let's see. Because I think Laplace one maybe like run around the fucking outpost and then maybe go to the surface and do like a couple of fights. And it was kind of annoying. And I don't remember what Helms was. Well. Let's see. Alright! A multi-purpose tool for all occasions. It certainly beats hauling around multiple tools. It is a bit small, though, so it may not be the best for heavy-duty tasks. Still, it'll be good enough for the simple stuff. Nice! No issues detected. Next up, the no muss, no fuss camping stove that I pieced together before. The only issue is that the flame would sometimes extinguish on its own, so I couldn't really depend on it. Having said that, it's a good thing survivalists pick it up after I threw it away. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to boil water. Heh. I've got to make some adjustments so it's more dependable. Reinforcements required, check. Next up, it should be around here. Whoops! Oh, it's all broken. Oh no! It's spilled everywhere! I'll have to check later if it's still usable. I don't think it's totally broken though. I think. Found it! A fire starter that I picked up on the surface! And it showed up just in the nick of time too, precisely when I needed to make a fire during a mission. It saved my hind more than once since then. More reliable than flint, and more durable than a lighter. It's no wonder it's a time-tested survival essential that pops up all the time in those really old reality programs. I still remember what a close call that was. I needed to make a signal fire, but all my ignition tools were either soaked or broken. If I hadn't stumbled upon this fire starter inside the blanket, I wouldn't have been able to make a fire. It's been good too many times since then. This must have been a precious item for the others as well. Alright, time to check if it works. Let's see. Take the scraper, put it against the rod, and scrape. Huh? I should be getting more sparks. It was working fine last time. Is it broken? That's why I came to see you, survivalist. So, most of these favorite items, by the way, are just repairing their broken stuff, I feel like. You want to repair your fire starter? Exactly. It's incredibly important to me. Tove proudly shows me what seems to be a metal rod with an orange handle and a shabby name tag attached to it. Isn't there somewhere in the Ark that could fix it for you? I searched the entire Ark up and down before coming here. And, to no one's surprise, nobody there could help me. Why do you say, to no one's surprise? No businesses in the Ark provide survival equipment. Nobody in the Ark needs it anymore. I see. You could always just ask later. Having said that, you can find stuff that's similar. Plenty of stores has outdoor gears in stock. If you're in the market for casual camping gear, you're set. Basic things like matches, lighters, and flashlights are easy enough to find. But serious survival gear, like this fire starter? Nowhere to be found. Got it. Do you think it can be fixed? How do you fix a fire starter? The actual repairs won't be that difficult. When you scratch this rod with the scraper, it creates sparks. Unfortunately, the surface of the rod has been worn down. Here, touch it. Notice how it's all smooth? The principle of the fire starter is simple. You scrape the rod with this metal scraper to produce fine flecks of metal. When that makes contact with the air, it oxidizes and poof! Sparks fly. If the rod's surface is too smooth, it means there's no more metal left to scrape. That's why it doesn't produce sparks anymore. Probably. Probably. Well, there was a minor incident recently that may have damaged it somewhat, but it shouldn't be ruined to the point of being unusable. If Guy versus Wild says it's fine, it shouldn't be an issue. That host, Grizzly Grills, is never wrong. If that guy says so, then it's probably legit. Are we sure you can trust this information? Hey, let's not doubt Bear Grylls now. That guy's a professional. Heh, so you know about him too? Half the knowledge I've acquired has been from old reality shows. I picked up a ton of survival know-how for when you're stranded in the wild. There's one show by this guy named Ed Caneford. His specialty is surviving in the middle of nowhere. He and Grizzly Grills have different approaches, so watching them both covers all your bases. If you watch an episode of one show, it's good to follow up with an episode from the other show. For example, the first episode of Guy vs. Wild Season 2 is about escaping from a desert. And then in Stranded Season... Anyway, you want to repair the fire starter, right? Oh, yes, that's right. And you assume that I know how to fix it? I thought if anyone would know how, it'd be you. You have so much experience on the surface and tons of survival knowledge. Even if you didn't know, I figured you might introduce me to someone who does. So, could you help me out? Well, I may be an expert on survival up on the surface, but I don't know everything. However, I might know someone who will know how to fix it for you. Woohoo! I knew I could count on you. That's why I respect you so much. Heh. Alright, should we head over there? Yeah, let's go right away. Hey boss, I see you brought Tove with you. Hey Senti. Dang, she's not in her summer outfit. No! Hello Senti, how have you been? I've been great. What about you, Tove? I haven't seen you since Litter banned you from coming after you made some strange gadgets in the workshop. Yeah, about that. That was meant to be a minimalist survival tool. When Litter stormed in and started screaming at you, I was afraid for my own life too. I had no idea. Yeah, it was quite a scene. Ever since then, whenever I see Tove, I always make sure Litter isn't nearby. But don't worry, Litter's out on a business trip, so you're safe. Good to know. Anyway, seeing as the boss is with you, I assume you're here on important business. If you need me to make or fix anything, just say the word. Okay. How about this? Tove hands the fire starter to Senti. Do you think it'll be possible to fix this? What's this? Senti takes the fire starter and inspects it from numerous angles, fiddling with its various parts. I see. Aha! Did you find something? I certainly did. Judging by the residual metal on this rod here, I'd say this is a tool for starting fires. Bingo! Its composition isn't terribly complicated. In fact, it's a rather simple setup. An alloy rod and a scraper. That's it. The alloy rod wears down the more you use it, so it's somewhat akin to the lead in a pencil. As long as you replace the rod, you'll be able to use this fire starter in no time. I knew it! My hunch was spot on. You see? Those reality shows never lie. Aha. Where can we get a new rod? That's what she said. Unfortunately, you can't find something like this in the Ark anymore. There's nowhere that carries a part like this these days. I figured as much. Everyone I asked had no idea where to get one either. That's why we came to you. Mighty Tools can craft anything. That's precisely right. Mighty Tools can create any tool you need. We're practically omnipotent. To make this rod, we'll need the proper equipment to smelt metal. Mix it in precise proportions, then cast and cool the alloy. We'll also need the manpower to carry out the entire process. Fortunately, Mighty Tools has all of that. As long as we have the right materials, making a replacement alloy rod won't be a problem at all. So does that mean... That's right! We can't make it! What? You sounded so confident. I thought you were gonna say it'd be fine. The actual process of making it isn't the issue. Then what is it? Isn't this the part where you tell us how you'll be able to get started right away? I love to say that to you, trust me. However, there's one fatal problem that's stopping us. What's that? It's simple. We don't have the materials. Oh. Sounds straightforward enough. To make the alloy rod, we need what are called rare earth elements. They're not commonly used materials, so we only bring them in when we need them. Mistless has a monopoly over all the rare earth metals that are inside the Ark. So, if we're not able to get the materials that we need from them, it'll be impossible for us to craft the alloy required for a new rod. So we have to procure it from Mistless HQ? Is that even possible? I highly doubt they'll be willing to part with it. Pretty doubtful. I'm sure they'll be willing to sell it for you for the right price. And what would that be? Litter handles all of our orders, so I wouldn't know. Probably too much. Looks like we're paying a visit to Mistless HQ. Yeah, seems like our only option. I'd rather not do that. Thanks for the help, Senti. No problem. Once Litter lifts your ban, feel free to drop it by anytime. Sure. Oh man, I'm so nervous. Why does my heart start racing every time I come here? I feel like helpless prey standing before an apex predator. I get what you mean. I feel the same whenever I have to submit documents to the central government offices. Wow, so you feel the same way too sometimes? Being evaluated is always nerve-wracking. It's the exact same feeling whenever I showcase my latest handmade tools to everybody else in Unlimited. As for why I'm so nervous right now, could it be because I pestered Mistless so much to put me in Unlimited? And I ended up in a squad I wasn't originally assigned to as a result? It could be. Yeah, maybe. Oh hey, cutie! Hey, Tove! Fancy running into you guys here. Howdy, Maxwell? Hey, Maxwell, what are you doing here? Are we at Mistless HQ? Me? Oh, just cleaning up another mess those ignoramuses make. I've never heard that word. What the fuck? Ouch. I hope it wasn't anything dangerous. Probably another window breaking. Nah, it's nothing serious. Just them getting up to their usual antics. Those guys never learn. I'm glad it wasn't anything major. I was worried that someone had gotten hurt or a room collapsed. Looks like that's what happened. Those knuckleheads did get hurt, and our dorm room is no longer standing. But if you ask me, that's nothing compared to the mental damage I've suffered. Wait, is everything alright? It's fine. This isn't the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. Poor Maxwell, those goobers are tough as nails. A little scrape won't faze them. No, I meant you, Maxwell. Are you okay? It sounds like you've been through a lot. If only my squad members were half as considerate as you, Tove. So, what did you come here for? Oh, right, I got sidetracked. Could you take a look at this? Tove hands the fire starter to Maxwell. A fire starter? Wow, you recognized it right away. We find them occasionally during missions on the surface, especially in places formerly inhabited by humans. I even examined the alloy on the rod once because it seemed unique. Then you must know what it's made of. Of course. As expected for someone from Mattis. If that's the case, is there any way we could buy some material from you? Sure, that's doable. Survivalist. There's this feeling in my chest like it's about to burst. Is this joy I feel? After searching high and low all through the Ark and the outpost, I finally found a way to fix my precious fire starter. Now wait a minute, we haven't found it yet, bro. Congrats. Hehe, I couldn't have done it without your help. I barely did anything. This was possible thanks to your persistence. I hate to spoil the mood. Oh, there it is. But do you have enough credits? I knew it. How much do I need? This is why you don't say too many things before it actually happens. Well, the alloy needed for this rod contains rare earth elements. And to produce a rod of this size, I'd say it'll set you back about this much. Maxwell shows the calculated amount on her device. Are you being serious? As serious as a heart attack. That's more credits than I've spent on every survival tool in my life combined! Why is it so expensive? Yeah, what the fuck is it made of? Tungsten? They're called rare earth elements, not find them anywhere elements. I guess. The mines near the Ark dried up long ago, so now we have to send resource-gathering squads to far-off locations to excavate for them. On top of that, rare earth elements are a strategic resource, therefore the central government entrusts Missilis with its strict oversight. As a result, it's priced accordingly, and it's hardly something the average person can afford. Oh man. I'm guessing you don't have enough credits? If that's the case, I suggest giving up the notion of making the alloy yourself. But I have to fix this fire starter. It holds so much important memories for me. But why go through the trouble of making the alloy? All you have to do is replace the rod, right? Yeah, but if I want a replacement rod, I need the alloy. No, you're not following. What you need isn't the alloy, but another rod altogether. Right, one that's already been made. Wouldn't that solve your problem? But I've searched all over the Ark and there's none left. Sure, that goes without saying. Then how are we supposed to find one? Weren't you listening to me? On the surface. Per Maxwell's advice, Tove and I are on the surface in search of a replacement for the fire starter. We maneuver our way through a ruined city. It's all so simple when I think about it now. I found this one on the surface before, so it'd stand a reason that I'd search for a replacement in the same place. Feels like I had to take a pretty long detour before figuring that out, though. A circuitous path is a pass all the same. I don't think I said that right. I guess you're right. Whether you take the long or short route, you still end in the same spot. I found a way to fix my fire starter, and that's what matters. Is there a specific reason you chose to start with this place? I figured the odds of us finding something here would be the highest. What makes you think that? Take a look around you. This used to be a city. Cities have infrastructures built to help people survive. The buildings here were designated to protect the inhabitants from external threats. More supplies are accumulated in urban areas as well. So, it's relatively easy to find what you need. Most people don't have the knowledge required to survive in harsh environments. If disaster were to strike, they'd be most likely to try and stay in places they find familiar. Ergo, when the first Rapture invasion hit, and some couldn't make it to the Ark, people most likely ran to cities like this in order to survive. Sorry, did that get too heavy? No, it's fine. I must say, you get awfully serious when you talk about survival. Huh? Really? I think I used to be a bit cavalier when it came to survival. For the longest time, it was something I only saw on TV shows or read about in books. But after working with everyone in the limited squad to rescue survivors at the northern base, and going through all sorts of other disasters, my outlook changed. I started to realize that survival isn't some cool-sounding fantasy, it's reality. Although, to be honest, I still sometimes feel like I'm unqualified to talk about this stuff. What do you mean? You're already an accomplished survival expert. Don't worry, that'll change soon enough. I guess this one's fine. If that's what you think, maybe it's really true. But I'm still convinced I've got a lot to learn from the other members of my squad. They truly are amazing. I really admire how they can handle missions in those extreme conditions at the northern base. Whenever my tools actually help them out, it gives me a real sense of pride. It also makes me feel I should work harder than I do. Everyone knows that you work hard. You should be proud. Stand proud. You think so? Alright, let's start looking for a fire starter. Let's check inside that building first. Tove walked briskly into a building which is visible straight ahead. Inside one of the rooms of the building Tove entered, there are still traces left behind from the previous inhabitants. It looks like someone stayed here briefly, then left. How do you know that? Oh, little things. Here, do you see this? Tove points to a slightly scorched spot on the floor. A fire was lit here, but there are still plenty of things around that could have been used as firewood. That tells me they didn't stay here long. Ah, look at that! Tove runs to a bag left in the corner and starts rummaging through it. It's a survival bag! There are still plenty of consumables inside. That means it's gotta be here somewhere. Ah! I found it! Tove smiles brightly and pulls out the item in question from the bag. It's a fire starter! Oh, we got into the fight right away. Dude, I swear all these, favorite item things are just go fix something. Cause what? We had to fix Helm's compass thingy-majigger. And then we fixed what's-her-face's battery? Laplace's not battery. Why did I say battery? Laplace's DVD. And I think that's the only ones I've done. Oh, and I guess we did fix Drake's figure. I do remember that. I feel like I can probably just play this on auto, right? Dang, this takes so long, though. I think Laplace's was very easy to do. And then, I mean, Helm had a screen wipe with her burst, correct? Dang, I don't remember. Okay, yeah, I think I definitely should make this a separate video from the showcase. This is gonna be way longer than I thought. I'm already at like 20-ish minutes. Oh, I bursted. Come on, let's do some damage, baby. I do like no damage. They should have let it so I can use my level here so it's a bit quicker. Hopefully it's not too many fights. Oh, was it only that fight? Let's go. Thank God. Decoy's been set up. Food secured. Tent pitched. Late at night. Having decided to stay here for the night, Tove skillfully sets about preparing the camp. The only thing left now is to start a fire. Luckily, there's plenty of wood around. We just need some tinder and kindling to get everything started. Survivalist, could you handle that while I stack the firewood? Sure, I'll see what I can find. Thanks! Following Tove's instructions, I walk around the building in search of tinder and kindling. Eventually finding a pillow and a few books. Dude, how could I burn books? People are going to be mad about that. When I return, Tove is intently writing something on her fire starter. What are you doing? What you doing? Oh, back already? I'm just making some adjustments to my fire starter. It looked like you were writing something. Oh, you saw that? Oh boy, this is kinda embarrassing to explain. I was writing the name of the person who originally owned this replacement rod that I used. I guess it's kind of ritual, or perhaps it's my own way of showing respect. Tove, looking embarrassed, shows me the ratty name tag attached to the fire starter. A plethora of different names are written on it. However, none of the names overlap with each other. When I first picked up this fire starter, these names were already written like this. To be honest, they're a bit of a mystery. Maybe they're the names of people who previously owned this fire starter. Or maybe a person wrote them to remember someone, just like what I'm doing now. Regardless, the one thing I'm sure of is that whoever wrote these names, they didn't want them to be erased. I wanted to carry on that tradition, which is why I'm writing down this person's name. Heh, it's a bit weird, I know. Maybe a little, but that's fucked up. Not at all. Well, and that's obviously the answer. Thank you. Well then, let's light the fire. I'll use the stuffing from the pillow you brought as tinder. If I place the fire starter here and scrape this rod with the scraper, When Tove scrapes the newly replaced alloy rod, a bright cluster of sparks erupts. The sparks soon ignite the tinder, then the kindling, and eventually set the firewood ablaze. It works! And voila! It's that easy. It's a bit more work than using a lighter or matches, but the fact that it's sturdier is a major advantage. Anyway, now that we've got a fire going, what do you say we get our grub on? Oh, she bring some marshmallows. As the warmth of the campfire slowly spreads throughout the room, Tove and I heat up the food that we prepared. Do we have s'mores? Ah, nothing beats a nice warm meal. Using open flames as the means of cooking is fundamental to human survival. That's why fire starting tools are so critical. Couldn't agree more. I knew you'd understand, survivalist. The fire feels good. Mmm.
こうして座って火を見ていると心まで温かくなる気がしませんか。昔これを使っていた人たちも同じぬくもりを感じたんでしょうね。
Tove grips the fire starter, speaking softly.
こうしていると昔の人たちと同じ経験や感情を共有している気がします。
Maybe it's because of the memories left behind by those who used it before.
これに
They say precious items are partially imbued with the essence of their owners.
だとしたら昔これを使っていた人たちも本当に大切にしていたんでしょうね。
They must have.
ですよね。
Why isn't your name on that name tag, Tove?
私の名前ですか。ここに私の名前を書くなんて無理です。
You cherish that tool, don't you?
もちろんです。とっても大切にしています。
Then you absolutely deserve you to have your name on it. Just like the others who valued it before. You're a survival expert living on the surface, just like they were.
生存者様。では、生存者様のお名前も一緒に書いても。
My name? Why?
私と一緒に歩き回ってくれましたし、生存者様も私と同じ地上で生きるサバイバル専門家ですから。なので私に名前を書く資格があるのなら、生存者様にもその資格があります。それに生存者様の名前も消えずに残っていてほしいんです。
Alright. Go ahead and add my name too.
はい、わかりました。
Tove carefully writes both of our names on the old name tag attached to the fire starter. Once she's finished, she sheepishly shows me her handiwork.
ここに書かれた名前が絶対に忘れられないよう、必ず生き残りましょうね。
Hey, that was not too bad. Thank God there were no too many fights. Oh wait, right there. Aha, there we go. Oh, I have the lobby background. Alright, let me peep that right quick. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be separate. If I combine this with the showcase, that definitely would be way too fucking long. Alright, let's see it. Ooh, I thought this was nice. This looks nice. Also, has Tove always had heels? Talking about a survivalist, but Blood is wearing heels. That can't be efficient. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't... Oh, it does like an animation when you click it. Dude, wait, these are cool. What the fuck? Okay, wow, I didn't think these looked so good as lobby background. Damn, okay. Actually, let's keep that on. I was about to switch that off. Whoopsies. Let's keep that there. Now, I believe that should be everything. I just now need to upgrade Tove's thing and then get her ready for the showcase, but... Pretty nice favorite item story. What are these even called? Like the story things? Oh, favorite item store. Yeah, that's exactly what they're called. Okay. I guess I can look back at them too. I think I might redo this for like Helm or the other ones I didn't watch. I don't have footage of that, so I'll probably do that eventually. But I'm doing Tove's now so that I don't get too sidetracked and get too behind on this favorite item stuff. But I think that is it for the favorite item story. These are really nice. They put a lot of work into it, especially since they're like voice and they have like this cool animation for the lobby background. I do enjoy having these and seeing these. But anywho, let me know what you guys think about Tove's favorite item story, and let me know which favorite item you want to see next. Unfortunately, I have to get them a lot of them MLB, which I do not have them even close. I think I have at least one dupe for most of them. I'm still missing 2 for Bay. I'm missing 2 for... You know what? I can just check. Where is it? Here it is. This is what I'm working with so far. So I am very far behind on all of these. I'm close to Viper, but like a lot of these I'm far behind. But whatever. Hopefully I get lucky when I do my summons and I finish some of these. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this and what favorite item I should try to get next. And I will catch you guys later.